Alright everyone, welcome back to another video of War or Not. In this video you will see me go in a 1v1v1 where decisive teamwork ensures your victory. And if you, when wondering why I've been uploading so much, it's because a few days ago a little game called Deltarune came off chapter 5, so I started playing that for the whole day. Alright, everything starts as usual. Troops to the cities. I kinda stall on this just to see, observe if you will. Alright, now you can see the first battle begin between purple and red. Mind you, I'm playing as a blue. You can see the players in the top left. You can see these little skirmishes, and purple tries chasing up the tank. And purple... oh, pretty neutral there. I haven't seen what went on between purple and red, so it's my first with y'all. And also now, you can see me and red, we're both kind of pushing on purple. Me especially, you can see these 2v1s I'm piling up there. I'm putting my tanks, and right here I even get a 3v1, although this troop kind of joins, but not really. You can see here, it's really winning most of the engagements. Purple really just allowed this 3v1 to go on for a long time. First when I was fighting purple, I wondered if they were AFK, but then I saw them move their tank and I realized they were an AFK. Here purple tried sending a tank to one of my cities. Right here, I just noticed this cul-de-sac is forming. So my pattern recognition fires. I try going in for the encirclement. Purple realized I end up encircling my souls. I reunite, and then purple tries reuniting. Purple tries reuniting after I just encircled them. So purple's tank gets encircled. And I have two troops on there. Purple tries to encircle me with one. Purple's damaged unit. I notice this. I go ahead to block. And everything's good, and I have encirclement on purple. You can see here, right here, there's a sticky situation because purple is attacking me with 3 troops. Now, I'm trying to get my troop free of that hold, but it's pretty difficult as purple encircles me yet again, but I luckily unencircle myself. Purple tries going for another encirclement. Purple's just going with so many encirclements here. Now, over here, of course, doing the same as purple, I'm also trying to get many encirclements, and I actually do get a successful encirclement of 2 tanks and a light. Well, it's 2 encirclements. Purple reunites when they kill my enemy. They kill my troop. I go in for an even larger encirclement. So now I have an even bigger encirclement. Purple breaks it up because purple has eyes and can see. Here, I'm like so close for another big juicy encirclement. Purple gets the biggest, juiciest encirclement purple will ever land on me. This is a massive encirclement. I reconnect the established supply lines, and purple goes through it again and successfully establishes it. But still, I'm trying my hardest not to get a full encirclement and lose everything I have. And I do make it out with most of my troops, but not all of them. Now purple seeks to expand in the battle to the leftmost front line. Purple tries beelining it for my city with their slow tank, but I make it in time and intercept purple's tank with my tank and land a light unit on the city. I quickly pull back from purple's fighting after leaving wounded. Purple is more wounded than me, so I'll consider it a win for my end. Now, if you look in the bottom right, you'll see red has the most amount of troops in this game. Here, red tries going in for a secret city snipe with a ship. Ow. Purple almost lets it happen. But Purple is luckily just competent enough to stave off Red sniping. Welcome back, everyone. Red does a little skirmish here with tanks. So you can see in this small section of the battle, Red has 3 tanks against Purple's 2 tanks. Purple joins in a light infantry. Red responds by adding another infantry. Now fighting kind of subsued a bit. That's not even a... Is that a real word? I'm not sure. Fighting died down, so it's just back to peacefulness. And now, I don't see me and Purple fighting in a while, so I pull 3 of my tanks to the Red front line to prepare for a little attack, which may or may not come. Red here kind of organizes their troops into a small ball, but redistributes it across the Red-Purple front line across here. And now with the progress on me getting my tanks to where Red is, I'd say progress is around halfway there, but it'll get there eventually. Alright, so as Blue, I noticed my little stockpile of funds, so I decided to expend them on making half tanks, half infantry. And I kind of use these tanks to put them across the Purple front line. And the tanks I put in Red's area for a bit. And I return back to where Blue and Purple is, because Purple is acting a little bit suspicious. So in case Purple tries attacking, I'll have my tanks there to respond. Now if you noticed here, Purple and Red, well, it's mainly just Purple, but Purple is having a nice 2v1 on one of Red's tanks. That's nice. Nice for me. Now Red finally retreats the tank that was getting 2v1'd. Now you can see, me and Red have done some further preparations. Red's been making a little conglomerate of troops in a small ball, probably the reserve pool of that, I guess. Red just has a lot of tanks in one area. So on the front line between me and Red, Red has lights for my front line, but on Red's front line with Purple, it's just highly concentrated tanks there. You see, like, me and Red have kind of have like plenty of fortifications on Purple. If you look at the top right, like, everyone's not really making money, and Red is even losing money. You can see everyone has the most amount of units they'll be able to have with all their troops on the cities. Purple tries doing a little scouting between Blue and Red front line. I noticed this and try to encircle Purple, but I'm a bit too late because Purple makes out of their Purple unit alive and untrapped. And now back to the scheduled piece. Welcome back. So here I exchange one of my light infantry units for a heavy tank, so I'll have more defense across the Blue-Purple front line. And you notice Red has 2 balls of units, one for the light infantry and another for the heavy tanks. Alright, back to your scheduled piece. Well, not really, since there's jump cuts. So if you notice in the top corner, there's some like back and forth dancing. And now you're gonna see a live example of what Purple's doing. So now Purple has initiated one of their tanks on one of my lights, and after a spawn of additional force, now Purple retreats with the tank, which is a logical decision. And I guess your peacetime is over for the most part, since this back and forth shuffling is gonna be happening for a bit. Now, due to Purple's aggressions against me, I'll move my front line closer to Purple. Show them I mean business. Now Purple doesn't get the message, tries doing a 2v1 on my troops. Then Purple tries putting a 2v1 on my tank to neutralize it so I can't move to help the infantry. And now Purple is just expanding the battle. My wider blue front line. Now, I don't know what this looping from Red is, but I'm sure it's a mistake. Now Purple pulls back. Purple pulls back from this battle. Now I try reforming our formation, but actually click, and then all my troops go into a ball, but reorganize my formation. Red's here doing a little bit of scouting. It's nothing special. Red here does a 2v1, same what Purple did at me. I respawn of 2 tanks, and then Red just starts immediately retreating. So it's pretty obvious that Red is trying to do hit and runs on me since my tanks are slower than his light, so he can just do some peck damage. Like, Red's doing it again, like, because I'm trying to defend my own troops. Red's doing this a back and forth, just wasting my time. And now, Purple does small skirmish with 2 tanks. I move in, Purple retreats, then I reform the front line. Purple does this little fake out. Kind of a time waster. Probably distraction so Purple can push in the leftmost front. Kind of a bad idea because I rejoin with 4 units against 2 units. And Red's conglomerate of infantry is getting bigger. That's cool. See here, Purple is expanding this battle yet again. Purple's is getting some nice 2v1s. Well, not nice, but Purple's getting 2v1s on my tanks. Not good for me. Not good. And Purple lands one of their tanks into a 2v1. Weird. So then I turned that 2v1 into a 3v1, but not really, because the blue troop I have, where my cursor isn't participating. So I forgot to have their line go forward. You look in the red front, it's just kind of a bad situation because both red and purple are fighting me at the same time. And I really don't like this. It kind of annoys me. Red and purple could easily take me down if they work together. What I theorize why like red and purple just seem to always strike together is because I'd guess red is going to send message thing and telling purple push now. That's what I think is happening, which is what's probably happening. So I a bit salty. I got this easy 2v1, and then I go back. It's a hit and run. 3 DPS. Red tries doing what Red's been doing. Alright, back to your scheduled piece, I think. Welcome back from the long jump cut. You see, me and purple at it again, fighting each other. Not much else happening. I think this is the point in time where me and Red actually work together, and Red was telling me to fight purple, saying push now. And I don't really think red was doing much of anything, because you're looking at the playthrough, and we're just being lazy. And I'm here doing the dirty work, weakening purple for red. So I try retreating. In retreat, I don't, because purple's just chasing after me. Okay. I want everyone who's still with me in the video to look at this little circle. You know what this means? This means that purple is overextending themselves and not having any troops to connect the supply lines. Now I see this, so I just hope I can pull back just enough so purple can overextend themselves. To hold bigger, maybe some of purple's troops on the sides die and I can easily go for a massive encirclement. Now you can see, red is really picking up the slack here. Red just has so many troops that's overpowering purple's center front. Now this was probably red's plan to take all the cities. Red probably wanted me to fight, and purple distracted, putting all their units where I am fighting. And then red swoops in after massive overpowering army, and sweep in and take all of purple cities, without me getting any. Now, this is one encirclement on purple, the first of many to come. Well, not really first, because I've got other encirclements on purple in the same match. Here, another encirclement. Purple tries sniping one of my cities. You know me, I always have troops on my cities. Or do I? See, just what I talked about, some of purple's troops in the side are dying off, so I can swoop in and for a massive encirclement. Want to see something really diabolical? This massive surroundment. I'm not gonna call it encirclement, because the zone of influence is still connecting purple's tank. I think purple got desperate to do that massive order. Purple is just really having a bad day. Purple has a third of the troop count red has. See, this is what I talked about. All the big encirclements I will get on purple from overextending themselves. See, what do you know? It paid off. I got all those big encirclements on purple. And look at red. Me fighting purple paid off for red. Because red gets 2v1. Another 2v1. A 3v2. Eventually a 4v2 on purple. And red's gonna easily swoop in and take all of purple cities. And actually, I'm the first one to take purple cities. That was my thing. Red did a little scout here. Now red sees the purple is almost a dead tank. And now red's just gonna take purple's capital for free completely. Now, I see here, I have a lot of space I can use, and I have to fill up that space. Eventually, I'm just gonna go in and reform a new front line with purple. I'm just gonna squeeze purple in and take their cities. So it's probably here where purple quit and left the game. But to be fair, I would have done the same thing. You have a combined total of 600,000 troops coming at you, and you only have 2 units left, both of which are not even full health. See, and red takes another purple cities, so red has taken 2 purple cities out of 4 cities purple has. Red tries going in for a little city snipe. Purple luckily still has a tank there. Now, I go in for a 4v1. I take purple cities, so now that's 2 of purple cities I've taken 2 purple cities. So red took 2 purple cities, and I took 2 purple cities. So now it's left to who will get the final purple city. And guess who gets the final city? You guessed it, it's me. I took purple's final city. Now I took 3 out of 5 cities purple has. So since I have more cities, I'll be earning more money. And since I have more money, I'll be able to make more troops. Which means, if I can play right, I'll be able to win the game. Red kinda does an all-out attack, and around in the middle. I don't really like what's happening because most of my troops are, well, most of the troops are here, but they're more sparse. Like, there's troops in the left area of my territory that could be fighting, but they're away not fighting, which means they're basically useless because they're not working for me yet. Keyword on yet. Red tries taking this city I took from purple. Doesn't work because red encircled themselves. I wanna know what would be really funny? If I took this little cul-de-sac, reached around, and encircled everything red has. Obviously this doesn't happen, but could you imagine? And if you look to where my cities are, I'm pulling troops off of them to make many more troops, because I have 2,000 funds. Now you can see, I'm going to do a little wraparound on red's tanks. So this is going to be really nice. It's going to be really nice for me, because I'm going to be able to wrap around red's tanks and kill red's tanks. And after disposing of red's tanks, I'll be able to swoop in and convert a massive advantage. And ideally, I'd surround the whole red army. Red here does a little order where red orders their troops to just a full push. You can see the arrows there. The problem with how red did this is you could like probably encircle that. Seems like a pretty easy encirclement of me. Now, like, in the middle, that's a lot of troops that are close to dying. But also, around here, there's also a lot of stuff close to dying. Like, here, it's more balanced to what's close to dying. Now, of course, red does have a little freebie one-on-one tank. And red did take one of my troops away. Now, red resigns because eventually I would be able to just win, and slow defeats are painful. So I guess that's it for today's video. So remember, if you like this video and want to see more War Dots, remember to subscribe. And if you liked the video and want to show me, like the video. And if you feel like saying something about my video, comment on the video. And click on one of the video cards you see. Preferably click and watch the whole War of Dots playlist. Alright, that's all. Peace out.